Oh, hey. Actually live this time. Hello. Hey Zero, how is you? So I made the executive decision while waiting for the stream. I just finished up Yazan. It's literally the exact same as Mauer. But I finished that, so we got 4 left to do. Then once we're done with 4, we can hit Apolly and Roberto and Quattro. These 2 aren't very long. They're just like, you make them survive and then it ends kind of thing. So yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll get Quattro done, and then I think we'll be done with everything. Which should be cool. Playing the Warhammer, I'm guessing. You know, you can't have the greater good. That's just wrong. Yeah, the first thing we have to do with 4 is going to be Green Noah, except for this time we actually get to use a mobile suit. Should be a lot of fun, and then once we get all that done, we'll be completely done with the Titans. Should be interesting. I thought about doing some more in the meantime, but I decided, or finishing up 4 before the stream too, but I was running out of time and I just didn't feel like it.
Heading out.
But once we get this done, we should be done with the game completely.
My memories if I could only defeat them.
Then we can play something else, like, you know, Super Robot Wars, or Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam, or something.
You're not getting away. Take that.
Also, he's using his head Vulcans and thus actually damaging. Oh, he didn't actually damage me. Burn everything!
Stop playing around.
Ohio! Miru.
All right, we'll capture the Gundam MK2.
Kinda wish the, you know, camera moved when I wanted it to. It makes this mode really annoying. But also kinda fun.
Good move. This is it for you. No way. Good move. Damn. Don't get caught.
Yeah, Char gets away, but not really much we could have stopped him with in this thing.
I'll kill you.
It's not over yet. Don't get cocky.
Die, building.
It's not over yet.
I'm assuming we're gonna pick up a Gaw plant in the next mission or so. So I'm just gonna rely on that to actually be useful. Or maybe the bound dock if we have to use the bound dock. And it could be fun.
Too easy. What are you doing?
Got in my way.
How's that?
You. I'll kill you. You're not getting away. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Useless.
Dude tanked the Psycho Gundam's like massive beam saber on his shield. That's gotta take skill.
You.
So good job, Capricorn. You had a very manageable mobile suit. That is the exact stats I thought I was gonna get for that. Oh hey, we got a Masala. That works too, I guess.
Let's go.
Hadn't really got to use this one very much, so this should be fun.
The enemy is here. Looks like he's been waiting for me all along.
Oh hey, Rosami has a standard Psycho Gundam.
This is the end. This is the end. Have you got in my way? You. Have you got in my way?
This is what looks good.
You'll all die. You're finished. Have you got in my way? You'll all die. You.
You. I'll get you.
You.
Oh, that's Amuro. Huh. He shouldn't be here just yet.
Damn you. He's good. Get him. I'll get you.
You.
Take that.
You're not getting away. Stop.
Not yet.
You're finished.
He's good.
Does not surprise me in the least.
You.
Take
You're
it
not
out.
getting away.
Damn you.
What are you doing? You. This is the end.
Damn. So close. It was a one shot and you would have died. Oh well.
Let's forgive anybody who gets in my way. You'll all die. There. Why are you in front of me? Look behind you.
Yep, Rosami's dead. R.I.P.
Everything. Just burn everything. I'm coming back now.
Morning. Yeah, it was the choice with the Masala was literally like, you can use the Psycho Gundam, you can use the Masala. Psycho Gundam's just a pain to use though for me, because I'm not good at aiming it at all. It's just like, oh hey, yeah, let's do it because it's the only thing I can do.
The enemy is here. Looks like he's been waiting for me all along. You'll all die!
You're finished!
There! You'll all die! Damn it! Just burn everything! Useless!
You're finished!
Damn it. Also, why is Bjorn in the Psycho Gundam?
Get anybody who gets in my way!
Yuri sub? I'm doing alright, how you doing? Oh, and the rockets are already gone, so we can't beat them. Damn. Oh well.
You got in my way!
I guess this is cleaning up after Kennedy.
You!
Not that I think the Jobber operation went very well for them. Yeah, I need to play Z at one point. I have 1 and 2, like the actual PS2 versions of it. I've just never actually got very far. I think I got like 5 or 6 missions in.
What are you doing?
But like, I bought a giant bundle from like a Japanese store or a Japanese retro game store way back in the day. And it was just kind of like, oh hey, there's Super Robot Wars in here. I should play this. Never played it. That was back in the days before Super Robot Wars were in English. The fan patches were a thing, so not exactly true.
I'm coming back now.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's gonna follow the same route as everyone else for 4, but I just wanted to see. Oh wait, we're doing the Buren stuff. Yeah, we're doing like this long ass chain, so we got like 9 more missions to do. I think he had to do this one as well. Yeah, New York, then the Grand Canyon. Oh wait, you know what? Psycho Gundam time.
Let's go. My memories are over there. Die for my memories.
Let's get out of the hole. So we quite literally couldn't do it with with immobile armor form. Oh, well, that's cool. I didn't know. So even if I don't aim it, if I fire towards the mirrors, the shotgun will actually aim it. I didn't know that before.
Useless.
This is the end! Damn you!
It's coming. Useless. I'll kill you. Useless. Useless. You're not getting away. I'll kill you.
This is the end!
Why are you?
I don't know why it's doing this, but I like it.
You're not getting away.
This is ugly!
I'll kill you.
Die!
Yep, basically. It is a very, very odd movement.
You're not getting away.
But I'm doing a melee attack once a second, so... Ah, damn.
You're finished!
Theoretically, this is faster than melee, but I don't know for sure.
You're finished!
You're not getting away. You're not getting away. You're not getting away. You're not getting away. Why are you in front of me?
Oh, no you won't!
You're not getting away. I'll kill you. You're not getting away.
You won't hit me!
You're not getting away.
I don't know why that worked, but it worked. And it looked like laggy and glitchy as crap, but it worked. Also, my feet were going through the floor, apparently. Hey, I got a plant, finally. Oh god, it's this one again. So this is the one where we, like, kill 4 people and then we have to destroy the big tray?
I just want to know what my real name is.
Oh, it's, Miru? No, Miru's your sister. I think you're Keo? Or Kyo?
You! Why are you in front of me?
This is the end.
You're not getting away. Why are you in front of me?
Alright. Oh, I'm actually getting hit by the big tray.
Out of my way. You!
This is ugly. You're not getting away.
You're not getting away. You're not getting away.
Die.
I'll kill you. You're not getting away.
Die.
You're not getting away. You're not getting away.
I literally can't melee this thing.
You all die.
God. Alright, I'm getting on top of the big tray to do this. Screw this.
Damn it. I'm out.
This is the end. This is ugly.
You're not getting away. You're not getting away. Why are you in front of me? Damn it.
You're finished. You're finished.
Just burn everything. What are you doing? Useless. I'll kill you. You're not getting away. I'm coming back now.
So Gunpla review would will most likely never happen. I don't have a setup for that kind of stuff, nor do I have really any interest in being on camera Or
Inform Rat
even
is
really
approaching.
doing anything like that. There's enough people online who do it anyway.
The
I usually
enemy
just shitpost on other people's.
been waiting for me all along. Look at this. Enemy mobile suits like a
Eh.
rocket.
And Miru, hi,
Won't let anyone get in my way. Those who do will.
Poland? I forget how you say Poland in Japanese.
You. You'll all die.
Hey, he has a cop plant too. Sweet.
I won't forgive anybody who gets in my way. This is the end. You got in my way. There. Gotcha.
Oh, it's Rosamia.
Finished.
Weird that we're like together.
This is the end. Don't come near me. Won't forgive anybody who gets in my way.
Buddy hell.
Instant form Arasime launching.
If you're asking if I've ever played BioShock, yeah, I played 1, 2, and, God, what was that? Oh, what was that one called? Freedom? Or Infinite, that's what it was.
In a city like this?
I have played them. I don't know if I'd ever streamed them or not.
What is it? It feels dangerous.
Yeah. I got a review code of that one, actually. Which was kind of strange, because I don't really play those kind of games. But they just, like, sent me the code.
You're not getting away. Let's go.
And, like, I played a little bit of it when it first came out with a couple of my friends who have much larger channels than I do. And, like, I really enjoyed the game, but then I tried finishing it a few years later, and I just never could. Like, it's interesting, I just didn't find, like, the mechanics as fun as one. I don't know what the next game I'm gonna stream is. But I've been thinking about doing, like, a Super Robot Wars again, maybe? Or, like, Encounters in Space or Zeonic Front. As far as when Cross Rays is over, I got nothing. I haven't thought that far ahead. Like, I got a copy of Left Alive the other day because it was, like, on sale for $5 new. Oh, yeah, right. I am gonna do... So I will stream War on Earth. I bought a copy of it a couple of days back. It's gonna be here in about 6 weeks, because shipping's all kinds of fucked for my area right now. So it'll be here in about 6 weeks. Once it arrives, I will be streaming it. It's the Japanese PS1 version, though. But that shouldn't be too bad. I'll play it a little bit beforehand, so I can get used to the controls for the PS version. So I played it on Windows 95 originally. But I can't get the emulator for Windows 95 to work without massive lag when I try to record. It's kind of strange. But I will be doing War on Earth at some point.
Because you got in my way.
Yeah, you can thank Ryamo and TSP
I'm coming back now.
for doing that. I have played Shadow of the Colossus as well, though not in like 15 years. I played it back when it was on the PS2. I didn't actually know it was all that popular up until like
Arasime launching.
what was the release of like the prequel? The one where like you had to babysit the giant beast thing.
Enemy detected. I'm beginning my attack.
Like that was the only time I had known it got popular. Yeah, Ico. For whatever reason, I had just completely avoided the news of that it existed before that.
Because you got in my way.
At some point, I'm also gonna stream probably Digimon World, like the original PS1 version, just because I really like that game and I really want to play it. but I'm pretty sure there's a couple of people who know it better than I do, and I'd love to just be able to, like, okay, I don't understand what's going on, tell me. Like, that sounds great.
What are you doing? Did anybody get in my way?
Like, I can pretty comfortably get to the Betamon part, Monmaru, or the fire guy, I want to say Marumon, but that might be wrong.
Gets in my way.
Yeah, I can do all the drill tunnel, I can get to the other part, but, like, I don't remember for the life of me where to get Leomon. Marimon, yeah, that's it. I was thinking it was, like, Marinade Mon or something? Yeah, like, I was thinking, like, going for a Tyrannomon, starter, or maybe a Rhinomon. And then going to, like, the Valley of Increased Time early on, so we don't lose very much when we die because of it. And then, like, going to the Evil Mansion after that. After we get all, like, the basics and that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, Monochromon. Yeah, that sounds about right. The white and black Triceratop looking guy. Ideal as far as Gundam games go. Basically a 4X that made sense and the AI was good.
Now.
But besides that, I heard this really cool idea for, kind of an IBO game where you hunt mobile armors to, you know, rip off parts to get equipment to hunt better mobile armors. Basically Monster Hunter, but with Gundams instead of people.
Looks like you've been waiting.
I thought that would be badass.
Fall back for now.
And I'd probably play a ton of it.
Orders to withdraw? Stop giving me orders. The new type labs that will return my memories if I can only defeat them. My memories are over there.
What are you doing? Damn, I'll be a laughing stock.
Because you got in my way.
Hey, Omni, you would know how to get, like, Kabuterimon with Agumon in that game, would you?
What are you doing?
I could never unlock the, like, super bug the super, what was it, super bug gym or whatever? Where you have to get, like, a Kabuterimon to fight another Kabuterimon, and then fight the the champion form of Kabuterimon. Oh, is it from Gabumon then? Because that might be why I was never able to get it. That makes a lot of sense. Because my brother used to be able to, like, get it to evolve almost immediately. And then he was able to get the dungeon and made the rest of the game, like, super easy. Are you able to get Tentomon in that game? I thought you had to start with Agumon or Gabumon. Ah, okay. I mean, I guess you could force them to die to go back to baby form and then evolve them from there, but... Yeah, I didn't think you could get him. I never had got him before. Usually with Kunamon, I just went for Sukamon because, you know, Shit Kick is like the greatest attack in that game. I forgot what the official name is it. But he like poops and then turns around and kicks. It's really good. But only Sukamon can get it. Yes. The poop attacks are the best attacks. Plus, if you accidentally have a care mistake, your Digimon will poop on the ground, and then you can have it come and eat the poops. Which might sound like a weird thing, but it's really nice when you don't have to stare at poops all day. Though I don't think I could get portable toilets that early on, so I can't use the abuse to get Greymon with a portable toilet.
The enemy's here. Looks like he's been waiting for me all along.
So your Digimon will always refuse to use a portable toilet the first time, and then they'll use it after you scold them. So, like, to get up discipline, you give them a portable toilet when they don't need to poop, so they refuse it. You then discipline them. Their happiness goes down a little bit, but their discipline goes up by 40%. And then when they have to poop, they'll do it again. Because of the last time that it happened. So you can get 80% discipline out of one portable toilet. Alright. See you, Zero. Well. Oh, dude, like... I wouldn't mind playing Monster Rancher as well. But with the version of the PS2 I have, I can't switch discs. So if you guys are cool with me using the cheat version that has access to the weakest form of all the Digimon, I wouldn't mind streaming that too. I really like Digimon World 4 and 2. I'm not the biggest fan of 1. Like, I really like 1, but I don't like just how, like, certain part in the game you just get to and then you can't actually play the game anymore. That always annoyed me. I'm a big fan of racing games, if you guys haven't noticed yet. Digimon World 1, I think, was the first game I had on the PlayStation 1. Back in 1995 or something crazy like that. Because we didn't get a PS1 until my dad's friend bought, I think it was a 64, and decided the PS1 was lame. No, it might have been 98. I think it was around 98. I wasn't quite 10 yet, because I remember I got one of the Yu-Gi-Oh games when it had first come out for my 10th birthday. Forbidden Memories, if you ever played that. Which is like fake Yu-Gi-Oh, because you just kind of slam your cards together and it makes different monsters. Yeah, I'll play Forbidden Memories too at some point. That'd probably be an after-work stream, because I'm really good at that game. Though I always get to the part with the high mages at the very end and then quit, because there's no point in playing anymore unless you want to grind for like 6 months. Yeah, so at the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, right? The lesser warrior sage is the one who gives you Dark Magician, and then if you combine Dark Magician and one other monster, you get Magician of Black Chaos, which you don't really need polymerization in that game. You literally slam the cards together to combine them. It's weird. But you get Magician of Black Chaos, and then you give one Dark Pendant to Magician of Black Chaos, and it can beat the Meteor Dragon, which allows you to beat the last boss. But you need a Dark Magician and one of the other monsters that I don't quite remember. Hey John, hey Evan. Yeah, it can't be like that in real Yu-Gi-Oh! Though, just because you need a lot of copies of, like, generic fusion cards. But imagine you have, like, 2 plants and a zombie card. Well, you now have Pumpkin on the field. You just had those in your hand, but you're only allowed to summon Monster one. Oh, one monster a turn. You can combine any number of cards in your hand. So if you have 1 Thunder monster and 2 dragons, you can combine them into Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon, which has 2,800 attack points, and is like the 5th or 6th best card in the game. You can also get Monochromon with the starting Agumon. You just have to keep the starting discipline as high as possible. So you have to scold him when he asks for food, and only give him food when he really needs it. And then give him high defense and high intelligence, and you can get Monochromon. But if you do that and instead give him attack, you can get Greymon. Though I don't like Greymon as much as I like Monochromon. And if you are lax in your discipline, you'll get Tyrannomon. Which is one of the better forms originally. When we get Greymon's Arena, though, we'll have to get a Greymon, because I think that's the only way to actually beat it. Unless you go champion form, then, but that's a little bit cheating. So my views on Fa are a little bit weird. Almost exclusively because I played Girin's Grid for so long and she's the second worst character in the game. So I view her as being a little bit worse than having nobody in the mobile suit. But her and Mirai are the two worst pilots in that game. Like, Simus is a better pilot than her, which is sad. Because Simus is the third worst in the game. The only thing Simus can say is she starts in a quasi-Psychomuse system. Mobile suit, or mobile armor. Which is generally really good. Oh, 4, for sure. 4 is, like, second best girl. God damn. But everyone knows Seema is real best girl. So, Seema is best girl.
Just burn everything. I'm coming back now.
We got, what, 3 more stages left? Oh god, do we have to do the Atlantic Ocean? Oh god, we have to do the Atlantic Ocean. Guys.
Let's go.
Guys, it's the Atlantic Ocean. What the heck? How could they do this to me?
The new type lab said it would return my memories if I could only defeat them.
So if you guys watched last night, you know why I hate this. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. I could always, you know, use someone who actually knows what they're talking about with evolutions. After ZZ or during ZZ? Because after ZZ, he goes to medical school, becomes a doctor on the moon, and basically tells the Federation to fuck off, and then he's never brought up again. Yeah, he goes to medical school, becomes a doctor on, I think, Granada, but it's somewhere on the moon. And then when the Federation asks him to help out with Char's counterattack, he basically says no and that he's done with fighting forever. And then Fa's his nurse. Apparently, though, both the Federation and Char tried to get Camille's help. Which I find really funny. We only get to see the Federation, though. Camille was the second most powerful new type at the time. You know, Judo was the first, Camille was the second, Amuro was the third. Little did they know what Amuro was secretly hiding.
Why are you in front of me?
God, I hate this mission.
I'm coming back now.
But luckily I never have to do that again. Well, at least not till the next time I play the game. Wait, I was looking at here, Buren, so yeah, we have 4 missions left with 4, and then we can start doing Apolly and Roberto. Oh hey, we got a Balanoak. Got a plant.
Let's go. The new type lab said it would return my memories if I could only defeat them.
Yeah, most likely I'll do Agumon and Palmon on the first day if I can. And then from there, probably push for Kunamon, then Betamon, so I can unlock the shop.
This city, what good is this city anyway?
But that'll probably be days like 2 through 5. And then hopefully I'll have the drill tunnel finished after that. And then once I get done with that, I might try getting Monochromon shop, but that's a really RNG heavy game. Because like you need to sell 3,000 profit worth of money to unlock it, and there's a chance you won't hit a Gabumon and or not a Gabumon, a Garubamon, and then just can't do it. Judah and 4 go away to the Jupiter Energy Fleet to live happily ever after. They may or may not have stayed together. We're not quite sure. All we know is that when Judah's 60, he helps out Tobia in the Crossbone Vanguard, and the double Zeta explodes during the after the battle.
What are you doing?
If you go by Evolve, he also leads a colony of new types to another solar system to colonize that.
Don't come near me.
Oh, is it in the oh, was it the...
Burn everything.
I thought it was Tobia who he helped out. Was it Uso instead?
Why? I won't forgive anybody who gets in my way.
Oh. Okay, was it all... Yeah, I thought that Gump was during, like, the Crossbow and Vanguard time with Tobia.
Burn everything.
But it's not really canon, but Judah also teams up with Amuro and pilots the ZZZ, or the Mega Double Zeta. And then they stop, basically, the Idleon, Hitler from stealing the Idleon and, winning the war for Zeon. But they get support from a gender-bent Char at the time,
Anybody who gets in my way.
who is piloting the Zaku 3 Kai, I believe, or the Zaku 3 Kai Kai.
Don't come near me. Useless. You're nothing. I won't forgive anybody who gets in my way.
Okay, so there's also a Victory Gundam side story for that? Because the Gundam Evolve, he's like still pretty much a young man because it's like almost immediately after Double Zeta.
Heading out.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't know there was a side story for that in
He's been waiting
in
so long.
Victory. Oh, hey, we have... I was about to say, we have Garma, but that's probably Emma.
Let's attack them at once!
Because you got in my way.
This is not
Stop. You.
Yeah, I don't know if it's canon or not, but there was a thing that, like, Judah eventually gets with that play clone he saves in Evolve, which was play 17. But that was just the, you know, director's talk, and, you know, the director never really gets any say after Tomino and G. Rekko in turn A. God damn it. Oh, I'm supposed to be protecting Buren in this one. Why would they give Buren a Mark II? We don't know how many play clones there were. The highest numbered one we've seen, though, is 28. So, at least 28. We don't know what happened to Sayla after Double Zeta. She does have a... I don't remember if it was in the anime or in the manga, but there's a cameo where she hears about the Axis drop. But that's about it.
I'm coming back now.
But it's literally like a panel or a like 5-second scene where it's just like, oh, hey. She's still alive and she sees her brother's evil.
Heading out.
The end.
The new type lab said it would return my memories if I could only defeat them. Die for my memories!
Let's see how good a cyber new type really is.
So this is Kuraba using a bunch of Xeon mobile suits to try and attack Odessa for some reason. So this battle is my headcanon that it's a bunch of Xeon remnants who paint themselves like Kuraba so that they could leave the blame for this raid on Kuraba. Little were they expecting the new type core to be here. So Full Frontal is the new type imprint of the Sazabi's Psycho Frame. When he was turned into dust, basically, Char imprinted his personality on the Psycho Frame, and once an Anaheim employee who is vaguely new type sensitive sat into it, it imprinted Char on top of whoever the guy was, and then that guy started to think he was Char, and then got plastic surgery to look like Char. So he's a clone of Char in like literally in kind of the literalist of sense. He has Char's memories, attitude, and personality imprinted on top of his own into a weird mass of, you know, crazy. But he's a little less crazy than actual Char. Wasn't in Alpha that the 1-year war actually was only ended with a ceasefire because of like a bunch of shit that went on? So I guess that still makes sense, like guerrilla operatives or something using old mobile suits. They can't mass-produce Char. Zoltan was what happened when they tried to mass-produce Char. It doesn't work. Hey, Crossfire. Okay, so it does actually end. I thought they were just like on a ceasefire for a while. The Char clone from NT. His name's Zoltan. He pilots a white Shinaju instead of a red one for raisins. Asshole. Oh, that was actually a Dom. Okay, never mind. I deserved that one. Thanks to the effort of the new type corps, the AUB. God, I can't talk today. 4's duty is now fulfilled, but alas, she's released from her life of a warrior. But she never got her memory back, because it was impossible. Okay, if they're undead elephants, you need to mount like 50 cal machine guns on their back, because they did that. And I find that awesome. But I'm telling you, you need Killdozer. Killdozer is awesome. That would be Alphonse Char. He is a literal clone of Char. But all of the Titans and all of Zeon are completed. So now it is just time to finish up the AUG. We're going to do Roberto then Apolly, I think. Because they're the, like, oh, they survived the war, the end missions. Versus the other ones, which are, you know, actually... Or versus Char, which actually splits up.
Roberto, ready to launch.
Yes, we are saving the best for last. Quattro is last.
All right, here we go. Don't hang back.
He's a clone from a Pacific island that, like, he's quite literally a clone of Char. And he was living on some Pacific island paradise for a while. But eventually, a 200-year-old Ga plant washes up on shore and is still functioning. So he repairs it as best he can and heads into the real world. Where due to his bloodline, he becomes leader of an anti-Earth group that's, I believe called Mesmetron or something like that. Oh, 120 years old, whatever. It was a long time that definitely it should have corroded out by then. But he becomes the leader of a group called Mesmetron due to his blood and pilots the Gaia gear against a group of manhunters that is there to kill him and end the group. Eventually, I believe they get a ceasefire out of the Earth Federation, and the Earth Federation falls apart like 5 years later or something like that. Oh, Metatron. Mesmetron's that mind control thing from Fallout 3 you get for the slavers, right? Also, that is a very good explanation of it, actually. Ah, damn it. One shot and I would have got Mauer. If I hadn't fallen into the ditch. I was playing New Vegas with somebody, like, an hour ago. It's like, oh yeah, that's a Fallout thing, isn't it? I believe the translation of the audio documentary for like half of Gaia Gear is on YouTube, or it might still be on YouTube. At one point, it was on YouTube.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, years and years of infighting and corruption leads to the end of the Earth Federation. Oh, god damn you, really? Really?
I can't believe it. Right, here I go.
That pisses me off. Like, he was jumping into my attacks and died.
Spread out and attack.
I hate the AI in this game so much.
Come on. That's one less to worry about. Come on. You see that?
So now we have to survive for another 3 minutes. And hopefully he doesn't get himself killed.
Down you go.
Jared doesn't even show up on this one.
Be there to protect you.
That's Sarah, and it's slightly different. I don't think you care about Sarah at all. Damn it, Mauer got away again. Also, thanks, Jonathan Dupree. Much appreciated. So, when I have the beam pistol out, if you look at my back, I have the beam saber just kind of like awkwardly hanging there. It actually disappears when I pull out the beam saber. I like it. Yeah, so with the last 2 donations I've got, you know, it's about a third of the way towards funding me playing War on Earth. I hope you are all excited. It's going to be so much fun. That is the, like, pinnacle UC story. It has the best recreation of Kai and Hayato ever. Actually, I don't think Hayato's that bad, because you only see him once. But Kai is definitely fun. That's not Char, that's Chin. It's slightly different. The greatest protagonist ever in anything. Chin.
We're heading back.
Ooh, we got a Nemo!
Right, here I go.
Let's not fight the Yazan team in a Nemo. That sounds like a bad idea.
All right, here we go. Don't hang back.
All mobile suits, stand by for launch. Commencing countdown.
Sending out the mobile suit teams. Relay that to all the gunners.
Roger.
Not a chance.
Ooh, being part of Celestial Being. What is, like, the most presumptuous and, like, hypocritical mobile suit I could have? Ooh, do they have a mobile suit that has nukes on it? I don't remember. But anything that had nukes on it, basically. We have to end the war through nuclear fire. It's the only way we can end war. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion we're about to murder a bunch of people. So, you know, let's just use nukes. It's a lot more fun.
Roger that, Lieutenant Yazan.
As always, you've taken us straight into the middle of battle, Lieutenant Yazan.
Fun to shoot that one back.
I find it weird that, you know, Seema stayed a part of Zeon. But then I guess the colony laser was never constructed in that version. So she never lost her family. God damn. I hate the sea serpent in this game.
What? You're mine.
If you go by Encounters in Space, she joins the Titans for a little while, and then eventually gets tired of, you know, going and hunting down her old comrade, so she leaves and disappears into the nothingness. Oh, give me 1 second. Need to let the cat in. Hey, we got a GM3. Goddamn. Okay. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. She's been a bit weird for the past few weeks. I lost one of my other cats last Saturday, and since then she's just been a little bit off. So apparently she slept outside last night, and none of us noticed. That's fine. I don't know which route you're going on. Oh, probably the same one that Fa does. Makes sense. Let's use a Nemo for funsies.
Right, here I go.
Yeah, it's alright. He had a degenerative disease. So, it was gonna happen one day or another. But they told us he'd have about a year, like 6 years ago. So, it was time. Like, I kind of knew something was going on, because Friday he was, like, incredibly, he was, like, incredibly loving for some reason, which isn't like him.
That's one less to worry about.
And, like, he went and slept on me that night and just kind of died.
That's it. Come on, show me what you've got. I'll burn anyone who comes near me to ash.
Yeah, he generally didn't even like being scratched. He was a very strange kitty.
Apolly, lead him to me. You see that?
Oh, hey, Jared's here.
You're not finished.
Ah, come on. Get over this Musi hull.
Grow up. Damn you. There. This is no up. This is nothing.
I was still thinking I was playing a Titans character. I'm like, oh, it's a Barzam. Great, he's gonna steal my special. It's like, wait, no, I'm playing Roberto. Never mind.
This is nothing. Above? Too slow. No way. Damn you. Damn you. Come on. No way. That's one less to worry about. Die. This is nothing. Die. No way. Above? It's not over yet. That's one less to worry about.
Ah, god damn you. Come on, let me go around the Musi. Thank you.
All right. That's it. I'm tougher than that.
Thanks, Apolly. I didn't need that or anything.
You see that?
Well, I didn't end up needing it, but that's fine.
We're heading back.
Hey, we got a Rick Dom for some reason. Why not?
I'm heading out.
If I didn't have to kill Jared, I would totally use the Rick Dom.
All right, here we go. Don't
Oh wait, no, I can't actually use the Rick Dom. That's a Rick Dom, not a Dom. And this is technically a land stage. Never mind then.
Too slow.
It's all over if they fire at the Titan fleet. Now where's the
Yeah, you're lucky, Zero. It's like 42 outside for me, or like 101-ish Celsius, or Fahrenheit. 40 being the Celsius. It was like 42, I think. As far as the war changing if Amuro got the Alex, not at all, because he might have not got as damaged during the end of Aboaku, but that's about it. Like, he got it so late in the war, it didn't matter.
You've made a poor choice for your final.
By the time the Alex was completed, he had already done the Lala stuff, and, you know, all that was left was would be Aboaku, and, like, he might not have got as torn up by the Zeong.
A mongrel like you must be told. Understand?
I'll get you. Not a chance.
I mean, if he had gotten the Pixie, I can imagine the war changing quite a bit. Like, actually, no, I don't think the Pixie would have changed much either, except for there would be an additional Gundam at Solomon. Probably with Sayla as the pilot.
No way in hell.
Yeah.
I'm your ally.
That'd be kind of cool, you know, they get the Pixie, but after the magnetic coating thing, they still need, or they need, they put the magnetic coating on the original Gundam so it becomes better, so Amuro starts using that. So instead of, instead of the Pix using the core booster during the final battle, Sayla uses the Pixie, and, like, Hayato or something goes out in the core booster. Or no, it would be Job John, because I think Hayato and Kai had gun cannons at that point. So, like, Job John goes and pilots the core booster and becomes an even truer hero than he really was.
All right, here we go. Don't hang back. Shoot him down.
So, if he had the Alex and they had the Pixie, who do you think would be piloting the original Gundam?
You see that?
Hayato in the original Gundam?
Never be etched in your minds.
So you are here.
Yeah, it's like, it's like they start getting like a 5-person
Go, Roberto.
Gundam team. Also, Cubile Mark IIs. So, Roberto dying, or not dying, results in Axis developing the Mark II 3 months early. That is interesting.
Don't take me lightly.
Also, Burn.
Come on. Come on.
The Pixie isn't ground only. It's never actually said anywhere if it's only ground only or not.
Down you go.
Only Genesis says that it's ground only, and, you know... Oh yeah, so that's a good point. It's like, instead of using the core booster, he would instead be in the Pixie fighting to help fight Dozel. Instead of Sayla getting it. That'd make a lot of sense, actually. Because wasn't he, like, slated for a GM at one point as well? But when he died, he didn't get it?
Don't hit me like the finish.
Come on! Come on! Take this! Yeah!
Yeah, a lot of people get GMs. Like, Sayla gets a GM. I think at one point even Fa pilots a GM during the manga. Yeah. But I don't see the ending as being the same as in the original Gundam, so I don't think Mirai and Bright have, like, that moment that they got together.
We're heading back.
I meant Frau when I said Fa. Roberto survived the fierce conflict. The Titans are now defeated. But an all-out war against his former Axis comrades now appears unavoidable. Roberto's battle is not yet over. Not until he can fulfill Quattro's earnest wish. Oh, hey! Zeta and Roberto are out. I forgot that was a thing. Not gonna lie. But hey, yeah, this was the only one.
Apolly, heading out.
I think it was the Black Rick Diaz that had the good bazooka. I can't remember.
Entering the combat zone. All right.
Yeah, it does have the good bazooka. And by good bazooka, I mean the one that's actually a bazooka. And not like, the shotgun bazooka that the clay bazooka usually is.
What are you doing? All right. One down.
You don't get a GM negative, Neo. You get a ball. You have to prove yourself that you're a better pilot to get a GM.
Shoot him down. Take this.
Unless you whine at high command, and then eventually you get a Gundam.
Did I get him?
But it involves a lot of whining. Or theft. You can always steal one. That's equal to. Hey, we got a normal Rick Diaz. I'm gonna stick with this one, though, because it has the good bazooka. Whoops.
Apolly, heading out.
Hey, the GM Juggler was very useful in Katana. Thank you very much. It has two balls mounted on the shoulders.
Okay, let's go. Here they come. All right, let's go, Apolly. Roger.
Also... Galf?
Damn you. Shoot him down.
Wait, Moo is... Or, the GM Juggler is actually in that one? Fighting a lot of Gaufs here. Like, a lot. What the heck?
Take this.
I thought they used, like, a ton of action Zakus.
Ensign Malafero heading out. I won't let them.
Enemy reinforcements. Be careful. Roger. Not a chance.
Morning, Alformo. Oh, was it the GM juggler or the gun barrel strike? Because I could see it being the strike. The like strike with the Mobius barrels on the back. Hey, we killed Mauer. Oh, so it was the GM juggler? Interesting. Yeah, the Titans did use flight galfs. Along with, also, apparently Roberto's just killed. We don't get to do that battle. Yeah, they used flight galfs along with some action Zakus. Mauer is Jared's second girlfriend. She's the one in the Gapfully who Shirako was hitting on and then gets killed because she sacrifices herself to protect Jared. The, like, teal-haired one. Oh crap, I'm using the beam pistol. Damn it. This is the shitty beam pistol because it has head phalanx instead. But it's fine. Oh yeah, I forgot about Capricorn. Capricorn is best girl, of course. Also, hey, Error Atu?
Jared, I'll always be there to protect you. Huh? Don't get in my way.
Jared was his war wife. It doesn't count. It's not cheating. It's only cheating if it's after the war that they stay together. Wow. What the shit? Just like, yeah, I got like crackered or something in the back. I probably got hit by the missile pods on the... Hi, Zach. Oh, hey, Sarah's here again. Time to kill Emma with Sarah this time. Instead of, you know, Apolly. Or, what was it, Roberto? No, it was Apolly the last time. I am Apolly right now. I'm sure Camille and Jared had to have some sort of fanfiction together. I know there's a ship of it. Though I have no desire to read anything of the like. Because of why, but... Hey, Jared and Camille actually become friends in Negative Z. Mainly because Jared's his squad leader, but still. Emma defects to the AZUG. No, Emma joins with the AZUG. It's not really a defection because they're kind of allied at that point. And then Camille gets put in the squad with Jared and Capricorn at the time. It used to be him, Jared, and Emma. And then when Emma leaves, he joins with Jared and Capricorn. And then Capricorn dies, like, 2 or 3 battles later. And then after that, Camille gets the Proto Zeta. And then Jared and Mauer go together. And eventually Jared and Mauer break off to do something. When Camille starts, during the Kilimanjaro operation, I think it was... Camille and Amuro kind of hit it off, and Camille gets assigned to the joint AZUG faction task force. Which eventually that falls apart when Axis shows up and they choose to fight Axis instead of supporting some Titans movement somewhere. It's a game book. It's... yeah. It's kind of an alternate, like, gameplay thing of the Zeta conflict where Zeon wins the 1-year war, Amuro gets captured, the White Base crew gets killed, and then the Titans are a group of Federation people who ran off to the Jupiter Energy Fleet.
As always, you take it straight into the middle of battle, Yazan.
Yeah, yesterday's thing was just to grind the stuff I didn't want to do today. Because we had to do a bunch of grinding even still. Yeah, it's kind of like, so the game books for Gundam were slightly different from Choose Your Own Adventure. They did have, like, you do a Choose Your Own Adventure thing, but Choose Your Own Adventure is copyrighted by, like, Publisher's House or something, some weird company like that. So instead, it's like, you would fill out a card, right? And you would mail this card into Bandai, and you and your friends would all join in this group, and you would run campaigns with somebody who would get, like, a pamphlet once a month, and you'd run battles and stuff. And it's like a bunch of players would get together and do this, and depending on what had happened during the campaign, the next thing would happen.
Apolly heading back.
Yeah, it's not exactly mail order because it's like, like, you guys all do it together and you don't really pay anything except for possibly postage. I'm not quite sure about that one. I don't know how the mail in Japan worked in the 90s. But yeah, so from how it was explained to me, it's like everyone would email it in and you would find like 4 people at your local game shop that all wanted to do it, and then one of the people would be the game master and the other 3 would be a squad and that kind of stuff. And then after it was all over, they compiled it all into a book, which is what I had seen.
Come on, show me what you got. I'll burn anyone who comes near the tower.
Yeah. Imagine like a very ghetto version of Adventures League. Even though Adventures League is already the most ghetto thing you would ever have to do. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, like, imagine you got emailed a module once a week, and then you guys played that module that week, or however long it took you. I'm not quite sure, it's probably monthly. But, like, you get emailed a module once a month, depending on all the things that are going on in the story. And, like, depending on if your group did really good, or you were the first one to send in the card or something like that, you could get special mobile suits. Like, I think there was even a double Zeta prototype at one point. Though, at least in the book I had seen, that was never brought up, but in the book I had seen was, like, very ghetto and probably just was never translated. I don't mind, I don't mind Battletech. I won't play the, like, actual tabletop one, because I don't really have the space or the room and the other stuff that's going on. But I have played those games before. I have the Paradox one, and I really enjoy it. I wish there was a Gundam mod to it, but that never happened. And Alformo, I've been looking for it for about 5 years. And I'm totally willing, if somebody's willing to part with it, I'm willing to pay about $400 American for it. But if you can find it, good luck, I will pay you a lot of money for it. Various Gundams would win, like, hands down.
Shoot him down. Down, how's that? He's good.
Yeah, comparing, like, comparing BattleTech stuff to Gundams is kind of very unfair, because one has, like, super thick armor and moves much quicker, and one is very slow moving and has very small armor, but, you know, using anything else is considered unhonorable, so they don't use it.
Apolly, heading out. Okay, let's go.
You're too slow.
Then again, building a
One down.
mech in BattleTech you can do in your garage. In Gundam, that would take many, many, many years.
Is that it?
Damn, Scirocco.
Yeah, I think it would be cool because that would mean there would be FTL in the Gundam series, but... Alformo, it's kind of the middle of both. The places I have looked, no one's heard of it, or no one has a copy of it anymore. And, like, the ISBN I had written down for it and was given at one point turned out to be wrong. It's like a giant mess with that game. But I really want it. I'm willing to pay a lot of money for it if anyone can find it.
It's still not too late for you to have
Give it a rest.
Failed to become a true new type show.
Ugh.
A hunger like you must be told. Understand? Not bad.
You're mine.
What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
This isn't done yet.
Oh, dude, if I could just Google it, like, long-ass time ago, I would have done that.
Done yet.
careless.
Not bad.
Good move. I'll get you. Good move.
Orange Crowbar Man, I know the Bandai of America lawyer. On first-name basis, actually. So I could, you know, email him right now or text him if I really needed to. I don't know why I would, but I can.
Apolly, ready to launch. Entering the combat zone. Down you go. Ha! One down.
Oh. Yeah, I guess I could try actually contacting Bandai about that. I haven't thought of that one yet.
There.
But it's not as much as a flex as... You're probably pretty new here, but there's about a 2-year period where they're trying to sue the shit out of me. For, you know, posting Gundam videos.
Are here. Are you ready, Apolly? Spread out and attack. Here we go, Roberto.
Yeah.
Don't take me lightly.
Down you go. Oh, damn.
Free advertisement, that's funny. Yeah, it was quite literally like, hey, I found this weird Gundam game and I want to play it on the internet, because the only other there's like 3 videos of it in all of YouTube. I get 13 videos in and I just get this letter to my actual house like, so we sent you the cease and desist letter, you didn't do it, show up in court on this day in this place. It's like, really?
Don't take me lightly.
Yeah. Ah, that was such a good part in my life.
Don't take me lightly. You're finished. Take that. Don't take me lightly.
Mm-hmm.
It's not over yet. There. How's that? It's not over yet.
It was such a bad year. Like, 2005 was just horrible for me. Yeah, I've asked a lot of them. I've asked the Gundam subreddit, I've asked 4chan, I've asked 2chan, Space Battles. Like, no one's either heard of it, or everyone knows, or somebody knows about it, but doesn't have a copy of it. Oh, dude, no, if it was Harmony Gold, like, I would have fought the shit out of them, just to cause them money.
Heading back.
UC was the most recent of them, but no, that was Girin's Greed. Apolly has survived the fierce conflict, and the Titans are now defeated, but an all-out war against the former ex-comrade appears unavoidable. Apolly's battle is not over. Not until he can fulfill Quattro's earnest wish. Hey, Zeon Apolly as well, which I had completely forgotten existed.
All right, let's go. I'm counting on your support. Good. All
So-
hands, stay alert.
If you guys are wondering how big my YouTube channel was when all that was going down, 45 subscribers. Which means I was in the top 10 million on YouTube. If it hadn't been Girin's Greed, I don't know how the fuck they found me. I was the only one who was posting those videos, which was funny. There's one other guy, but that was about it.
Have to attack them at once.
Yeah, basically the 1%.
To escape in shuttles.
Alformo, it's called Girin's Greed, Menace of Axis, or Girin no Yobo Axis no Kyoi.
Not bad. They're reacting quickly.
Only we were in space.
Also, wow, Roberto, you got killed fast. Yeah, if you Google Girin's Greed, one of my videos will come up. Unless somebody else more popular has done it since then, which is entirely possible.
The Oshima's.
You're finished. Next.
Yeah, Gunpla Top. Bandai wasn't suing them. They actually literally reached out for licensing and worked out a deal. They might have got a cease and desist. I don't know about that.
Next. 1 minute to lift off. Take that. Next.
Yeah, they started a Kickstarter, then the whole, you know, Backstreet Boys reunion tour thing kicked off. And then they canceled it because they knew nobody was going to crowdfund when everyone was losing their jobs.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I talk about it, God, I want to say it was like midway, it was the end of that first, Xeon route that I was doing really bad in, but I was still gonna win. It caused the end of that, and then I think it was like halfway through the Delaz fleet where I just stopped giving a shit and started talking about it.
You're mine. All right.
Like, oh, Cross, we're not allowed to talk about that thing that's going on on Earth right now with literally every country. If you even mention the name of it, your videos get taken down. So, Game Grumps jokingly called it the Backstreet Boys reunion tour, and I find that really funny. Yeah, I'll probably throw some money at it, but I don't know how much, and it really depends on what they offer, because I'm pretty sure it's going to get taken down really freaking fast. So I don't want to put too much money into it.
right, let's go. I'm counting on your support.
But if they offer like preview PDFs or something like that, I'll probably throw in the money to get it. Because the PDF will always be there because it'll never disappear from the internet. But anything physical is you're probably not going to get.
Quattro, do you copy? We've detected an enemy fleet. Roger. Captain, I want to engage.
You think Bandai is the only series they're involving in there?
Come back alive.
Alright, see you later, Omni. Look at their promo picture. It has a Dom, it has an Eva, it has a Zoid. I doubt they're gonna, like, license all 16 companies.
I'll get you. All right.
So I'm fully expecting another company to take them down. Including possibly Harmony Gold, for that matter. Because I'm pretty sure there's a Macross in there at some point, too. Theoretically, if they show the user how to make rules for any model, it wouldn't be against copyright, because that would be the users making the rules themselves. But if they use it as an example, it is basically telling them, the user, that it's okay to use, and that will violate their copyright. But imagine if they made the entire game with no examples whatsoever. Yeah, if they use non-copyrighted things, it kind of kills the point of Mechatop, which was just, you build a model and you could use it for this game. Or they would have to make a bunch of their own models,
Always be there to protect
which would lose a lot of their appeal. Because they can't just be like, well, you could use any model, and then that has its own, like, legal issues along with it.
What are you doing?
How close to Eva is it? I have never met Tomino. I almost went to that New York Comic-Con that had Tomino there, but I didn't, because I didn't want to go into New York. But unlike a lot of people, I'm not really a big fan of, like, I don't want to meet Tomino. Like, I don't really see a point in it. That's just because I'm an old man and lazy.
Next. Good move.
Yeah, it's, blind deaf puppy. It's that thing we're not supposed to talk about.
And accept the ceasefire. We shall destroy this city completely. I repeat.
And I'd rather not have to, you know, not be allowed to post videos that were longer than 15 minutes because I said it. Or talked about it. Oh, wow. We never unlocked Rekkoa. Oh, I know why we never unlocked Rekkoa. Oh, there is actually a Rekkoa stage. Huh. We're gonna do Rekkoa real quick.
launching.
I thought it would be like, you know, kind of with Emma. You just do the end, and then, you know, it's like, oh, she defected. Oh, okay.
Enemy.
But yeah, we get to protect Quattro and a Gelgoog,
Don't overextend yourself, Lieutenant Rekua.
because this is actually a thing that happened. But, the Yakoshiki has the Hyper Mega Launcher, which is a big, giant fucking cannon that can shoot down a ship.
Next.
There's a Mobile Suits Mechanicus? I know there's, an Evo one, but I didn't know there was a Mobile Suit one. I mean, I haven't played it, but that sounds cool.
I can still fight.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, that explains why I hadn't heard of it.
What are you doing?
But yeah, it has a big freaking laser cannon.
You're mine.
Hit him.
Yeah, we'll get to use that later. Don't worry about it.
You're too slow.
Next. There.
Ooh. That was close. Oh, yeah. I'm sure I could find a copy of it, and I'll probably look for it later. I'll probably find it on, like, some obscure file sharing site or something. PDFs never die. I mean, if you're on the Discord, you can post it there, and I'll take a look later. Or I can find a copy myself. It's not a big deal.
I'm returning now.
El Formo, it's about as powerful as the main cannon on a ship, so it depends on the type of ship. Oh, hey, we get it yet. Oh, we can use the Methis. Oh yeah, I've already done Fa, so I have showed you guys the Methis at least. But yeah, it's about as powerful as the main gun on a ship, and more powerful than the one the Salmis or the Magellan had.
All mobile suits, stand by for launch. Commencing countdown.
We're setting out the mobile suit teams. Relay that to all the
Yeah.
gunners.
This game is Blind Deaf Puppy. This game is actually what the Gundam Versus games came from. Weirdly enough. So they didn't really try to be serious with it. It's just the early ones were very serious.
I can still fight.
Back in my day, we had to walk both ways uphill in the snow with the Nazis coming after us. You guys are lucky.
Let's go.
Guess I'm not actually supposed to mention that either, but hopefully the accent obscured it a little bit.
Roger that, Lieutenant.
Actually, I don't monetize these, so I don't really care about that one.
As always, you've taken us straight into the middle of battle. Yazan.
It could be fun to shoot that one day.
This unit was originally Rekua's, but when she defected, Fa took it. Or Fa was, you know, given it, I should say. But this was originally Rekua's. Because Fa wasn't even supposed to be a pilot up until they were delivering the Zeta when you found out that she had taken pilot training.
Lieutenant!
I wonder if this will unlock the Rekua doesn't defect line or something. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, basically. Yeah, they gave her all these shitty mobile suits. Like, she got to fly the Zeta for like 20 minutes just to drop it off.
I'm returning now.
And that was it. The AOG and Kuraba successfully attacked the Kilimanjaro base. But soon after this operation, Rekua goes missing in battle. She is believed to have died in combat, but she reappears in a surprising manner. It's simply another cruel twist of fate. Or maybe... Wait, they didn't say the other choices could be made. This is it for Rekua. Also, I apparently upgraded the Methis at some point, and I shouldn't have. Yep, that was all of Rekua. The AUG leader, Bex Florister, is assassinated. The AUG is left in the hands of a lieutenant for some reason. Now we get it. Yeah, we have no choice. We just get it.
Quattro Bagina, ready to go. Good. All hands, stay alert.
Yeah, she did get... was it that... yeah.
Extend yourself, Lieutenant Rekua.
The Zeta's head gets destroyed in Double Zeta, so they stick a Zaku head on it. Or Lino sticks a Zaku head on it during one battle.
Next.
The best of the... it's like the best version of Zeta. Also, we have to protect Rekua. Oh god.
Next. Out of ammo.
No, Quattro was their leader. After the, I believe... oh god, yeah, I just basically killed her. Fucking hell. I believe Blex directly gave it to Quattro because he knew who Quattro was. The Zeta Zaku, the reason why it can't transform is it needs its head to slot in for it to be able to transform. Also, I knew that was going to happen, but I did it anyway.
Quattro Bagina, ready to go.
Alright, so we ignore anything with Rekua nearby. Yeah, the head, like,
I guess we'll have to see.
moves and then spins around and goes into the back, but the Zaku head couldn't fit, so it couldn't finish the transformation
Roll over,
sequence.
extend yourself, Lieutenant Rekua.
And it would, like, bend the frame.
Yes.
Hey, Green. I'm murdering Rekua in interesting ways today. But we just made sure she defected from the AUG, so... no, he knew Quattro was Char. He didn't know about the Zeon Daikon thing. No one knew about that till, you know, Quattro told everyone. She's trying to kill herself. You guys saw that. She walked into that beam herself.
Damn it. Next.
Again. Like, she sees the giant beam and she's like, hey, I want to see what happens if I stick my head in there.
All right. Damn. Next.
I think that unlocks the Hyper Mega Launcher for space stages with the Yakushiki now. Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind.
All right, let's go. Here they come.
All mobile suits, stand by for launch. Commencing countdown.
Hey, being the leader of a faction is
Mobile suit
hard.
teams. Relay that to all the gunners.
Roger.
Being on command's hard. Being just killing people's easy. I could do that any day of the week.
I'll get you. All right.
Kick to the face.
You're mine. All right.
I think we'll also unlock a Zeta at some point. Though I think we have to do the Amuro joining the AUG route.
Humbrubby team, Barzam team, let's go! We'll move in when the anti-air fire dies down. The Barzams will take...
Because every Gundam pilot that he met was a little shit and needed, like, reality check. And it worked.
As always,
See, the only ones he doesn't slap are, you know, Banana and Jonah. And who are the stupidest of Gundam pilots? Banana and Jonah. This is the Quattro side of that route. We have finished all of Amuro. We were supposed to have finished this route beforehand. I just didn't touch Quattro till it was too late.
Not bad. Not bad. Take that. What?
I do love the range on the kick for the Yakushiki, because it is much further than the Beam Saber. That initial hit's the hard one to land.
I'm returning.
So this is Don't Kill 4, the
All
mission,
right, let's go.
the game, the life. Quattro's overall
Good.
line
All hands, stay alert.
will look very similar to Camille's once it's over.
You've come to push me around. You're the ones who stole all my memories.
I don't know, if Bright is anything like my CO, if you told him you didn't like him, he would be like, good. You're not supposed to like your commander. You're supposed to listen to your commander.
I'll kill you.
Oh, I misread that. Never mind. I thought that was, you know, he didn't like Bright. It's like, good.
You.
Take that. Take that. All right.
We literally have to worry about that Nemo killing 4.
Take that.
Which it's usually, you know, the Nemo getting killed by 4, but it's actually killing 4 in this one.
Bounce wave. Don't get in my way. This is nothing. Take that.
I really like my Master Sergeant, though, because he gave me all his dice. He hadn't played D&D in like 20 years, so he just gave me all the dice because he didn't need them anymore. It was really cool. I still have them sitting on the shelf over there. There's like so much in there, it's crazy. He only calls you high speed if he talks with a very heavy lisp. And he wants your cabinets.
Your mouth. Good move. You're finished. All right.
Right now, I can do 15.
What are you doing?
But I've been out of shape for like 10 years. I'm trying to get back into it, but I'm going very slow. I can do 100 squats, though.
I'll get you. This is nothing.
You'll all die.
I'll get you. This is nothing.
Wait, he doesn't want your Oh, is that not the cabinets one? Was that Mike or Zach? I thought that was Zach.
You're not getting away.
All right. Won't let you. You're finished.
Really?
Pathetic battle.
Alright, you know what? We're doing it. We're memeing this.
All right, let's go.
Max upgrades. Let's do it.
Good. All hands, stay alert.
I cannot do a backflip. I can do it. I used to be able to do a handstand. I can't anymore, though. I can't get, like, the force off of one leg to get that high.
I'll get you.
Don't come near me. You're not getting away.
Take that.
Come on, I don't want to fight 4. I just have to kill the enemy before you kill the Nemo. Unless I can get 4 to go after me, which I don't think is going to happen.
You're finished.
You're not getting away.
Reckless. All right.
Assholes with the shields. New CL. The Psycho Gundam wasn't actually that powerful of a combat unit. It was just kind of, you know, powerful compared to what they had. Oops, I didn't mean to shoot 4 there. Well, 4's probably gonna die. I just killed 4 on purpose, by the way. 1, because I think we already unlocked 4 surviving, so it's not a big deal. But if it isn't, we'll redo it. But I'm honestly afraid that I'm gonna lose again because of the freaking Nemos. See, in this battle, on the other end, you have to fight both Quattro and Camille. But when I have to fight them, it's just, you know, Quattro and a bunch of Nemos. If Camille was here, that would be easy, and I would have beat this by now. But no. Instead, I get this, like, generic Nemo pilot who doesn't realize not to stand under the giant enemy's foot. I think the Psycho Gundam Mark II would be able to hold up against the new CL if it could realize how to get around the eye field. Hey, so yeah, we unlocked 4 survived, even though, you know, she didn't actually survive, and I definitely killed her. But 4 survived, dang it. Yeah, so we do the speech at Dakar, then the Gate of Zidane happens, Apolly dies, and now we must, you know, kill Shirako or Haman in that 3-way fight. And then we'll do this as 4, and then we'll start working on the Quattro, or Amuro joining the AUG route. Hey, I definitely shot 4, like, straight through the face. Like, there is no doubt in my mind that that's what happened. I was just like, fuck you, 4. And you died. And it was glorious. I'm imagining, like, Quattro gets out of the Hyakushiki, pulls out a bazooka, and just, like, shoots 4 in the face. Damn it. Shirako escaped. He sidestepped out of the map. I saw that. Shirako, you're already dead. Shut up. Yeah, Jared did it instead. Also, my GM2 ally literally jumped into my sword. I mean, Char, we are pretty handily murdering them, Quattro. Like, legitimately. But you guys keep sidestepping out of the map, so you're allowed to run away. Seventh Gundam. I think the standard GPL-1 is technically more powerful, but without being the full burn-in, I don't think it has the maneuverability to be very effective.
Next. We're withdrawing. All mobile suits, don't fall behind.
Can confirm Bright is more than 5 years older than Jared is.
All right, let's go.
Or how do we know Jared isn't secretly a half clone of Bright?
Here they come. I'll get you.
Careless.
Yeah, Jared's secretly a clone of Bright. They knew how awesome Bright would be, even in the past, so they decided to clone him into a bunch of Titans officers.
What?
And there were some accidents where you got people like Jamaican, but, you know, for the most part, they were really good at the time. The only problem is Jamaican and, like, Bascom were there. Those were just kind of accidents. We don't talk about those.
Consider your options carefully.
All right. You're mine. Take that. You're mine.
I'll get to you in a minute, Cat. You don't need to cry.
Don't take me lightly.
I mean, that would make the story a lot funnier if Camille and Jared were half-brothers and they just didn't know it.
You're mine.
But I think they already kind of pulled that shtick with Rosamia.
Not
All
bad.
right. I'm returning.
Quattro had defeated Haman. The AUG have triumphed over the Titans. But Quattro had not returned to the AUG. His leg and arm had been blown off, and they found the Yakushiki and rebuilt it. What meaning did this victory hold for him? The answer to the questions might be found on the battlefield. Re-explore the outcome of past events and find a better future. You clearly don't understand how to play this game. That was Let 4 survive.
Quattro Bagina, ready to go.
Because once 4 survives, you get the better ending, which allows you to do the past stuff and unlock Amuro.
Here they come.
Oh, Bright refused to join the Titans, which would have been a 2-rank promotion, so he got demoted 2 ranks. And that's why he became a shuttle pilot.
It's all over if they fire at the Titan fleet. Now where's the core? Is that it?
And then, for a while around the time of Zeta, Bright was thought to be dead. Though, what's-her-face? Mirai knew the whole time that he wasn't, because of new type. But that's when he joined the AUZUG. They thought the shuttle got destroyed. Because it technically did.
Ready for the end, Char?
Sirocco is trying to destroy the laser.
Come on.
You've made a poor choice for your final weapon.
I'm not giving up.
Still not ready to move back to Germany.
Give it a rest. You've chosen the wrong path. You failed to become a true new type, Char.
You failed to be-
You must be told. Understand?
You failed to be a true new type. Ah!
I'm returning.
Mm-hmm. Them bright hands which make people into powerful new types. You know it to be
All right,
true.
Let's go. I'm counting on your support.
That was great. Like, Shrako was lecturing me. I shot him in the face and he died. For some reason, we stuck 4 back in the Psycho Gundam.
Take that.
The cost of a warship in UC is probably about $1 batillion. Maybe even a hexillion. Because these are, you know, like, way more expensive than anything we've ever seen before. They're not that large comparatively.
Feels so right.
But they would still be stupid expensive. Yeah, that's how that works. Just print more money. Well, if Bright slaps a new type, they become a better new type. Remember Judah?
Don't get cocky.
Yeah, but Quattro's gonna interrupt it.
Let you.
Damn it.
Won't let you.
Is there a Super Robot Wars game that lets you get both 4 and Rosami at the same time?
Don't get in my way.
Hey, botany is illegal in IBO. You can't have that. Like, not at all. They might get weird decisions like, you know, wanting to grow corn so they can have bread. You can't have that in the normal people. That's just pure anarchy. You must have cornmeal and cornbread.
This is the end.
What are you doing?
There's a plot point in IBO that they're trying to grow melons, but they can't grow melons because of the Martian soil. And so they're trying to figure it out themselves instead of, you know, hiring a botanist to do it. So I made up the joke that botany is illegal in IBO for some reason.
An investor always asks for the impossible.
So it is not it's technically canon, but it's just an oversight in canon. It's not actually illegal, as far as we know.
Ready for the end, Char?
Oh my god.
All right.
Damn it.
You're mine.
The Psycho Gundam doesn't make you go insane. That's not what's happening. 4 and Rosamia were insane before going in the Psycho Gundam. They're both cyber new types, and they were made insane while becoming cyber new types. In Double Zeta, Peru 2 pilots the Psycho Gundam Mark II, and is perfectly fine afterwards. She's a little pissed off because she witnessed literally a colony dropped on her, but... I mean, that's what normal people think about that situation. Yeah, California is completely gluten-free. So wheat's illegal. Yeah. I mean, like, it's rocky, sandy soil. If you had the right bacteria in the soil for potatoes to grow, they would probably be great on Mars. But that's illegal. We only grow corn here.
I'm a new type as well.
I'll have you called.
So, Play is a natural new type. Play may or may not be a clone of Minerva, who's also a new type. Play 2 is a clone. Play 2 is technically a clone of a natural new type. So we don't know. Is that technically considered a cyber new type,
This has its limits, my friend, when it goes
or is that a natural new type even though they're a clone?
You're my what? Ah!
We're withdrawing. All mobile suits, don't fall behind.
Quattro triumphed in the battle and defeated the Titans. But an all-out war against the former Axis comrades of years unavoidable. Could he have defeated the Titans earlier, or then taken on Axis? Decisions made in combat can change the course of history. You don't have to be a Psycho Gundam to pilot it. You have to be a Psycho Gundam, or you have to be a new type to pilot the Psycho Gundam well. Which is kind of a deal breaker for most people. But yay, we got that done. We still have, you know, these two guys to do way at the bottom over here. Oh, wait, they're actually 1 year war. Ooh, fun. Okay, then. So you remember the bullshit that we had to do to get, like, the Titans during the 1 year war? We have to do some more bullshit with Apolly and Roberto.
Quattro Bagina, ready to go.
You mean Judah? Or... Judah's a natural new type.
Here they come.
But yeah, they did actually clone Char at one point. It just took them like 120 years to get it right.
And I hate those arrogant Titans
Also, notice that these are Titans Nemos.
No one that I can count on more. You're finished.
I wonder if by late you see Char is like Genghis Khan and just, you know, portions of like 10% of the world has Char's DNA in it. It's like there's just so many Char clones and they just got around everywhere.
Next. I'm returning.
100% evasion rate because I didn't get shot at. Hey, we got a Mark II.
All right, let's go. I guess we'll have to see.
I'm still sad Junior mobile suits aren't in this game. That'd be cool.
You're too slow.
I think Amon eventually wanted to make Judah clones. Or at least portions of children with Judah's DNA. But I don't think that ever happened. Be kind of weird if it happened.
I'll get good move. Explosion. Enemy attack.
Goodbye, you pests.
You're too slow.
You're mine. Goodbye, you pests. Not yet. It's pressure. What is it?
Char, back off. What?
We don't know for sure if if children inherit being a new type or not.
You're too slow. You're too slow.
Goodbye, you
The closest thing we have is in
by the Earth gravity well.
Beltorchica's children. The Amro's child with Beltorchica may or may not have been a new type, but that could have been a coincidence. We don't know for sure.
You. All right. All right. We're withdrawing. All mobile suits, don't fall.
But I think if you're a new, if being a new type would be passed on to your children, I think most people would be new types by, you know, late UC / G Reco.
Support.
Just because it's like everyone's kids would be new types. Unless most of the new types were killed.
I guess we'll have to see.
The main character Victory may or may not have been the grandson of Char. Nai, who was Char's girlfriend during CCA, did survive. And she was pregnant at the time. So theoretically she had the kid.
There's no one that I can count on more. Next.
So, yeah, Uso, the main character from Victory, has the same name as Nai, which was Erwin. So it could be her grandchild. Their grandchild, I should say.
You're too slow.
Oh, is it Miguel? And is like his dad's last name was Miguel or something like that?
You're all right. I'll get you.
Not really. I don't think Zeon ever wins anything. Except for in this game. You can win the 1-year war early in this game.
All right. Go down. Damn you. All right.
That was in a manga. But she eventually remembers herself because they were playing Shogi, remember? And like the pieces are how they develop the Psycho Frame. She does remember who she is at the end of that manga. Wow, we killed Lilla fast, damn. That was 2 shots.
Roger.
Yeah, this is the Amuro joining the AUG route. We already did 4 saving the AUG. So now we're doing the, you know, Amuro was part the whole time. So he's going to be using the original Gundam through the entirety of the war. She wasn't pregnant in the manga, so she might have. I don't think it was ever brought up.
I can't die here.
We're withdrawing. All mobile suits, don't fall behind.
Yeah, so we have 6, 9, 12, about 18 more stages with Quattro.
All right, let's go. Here they come.
Sayla wasn't pregnant. She might have, or
Take that.
in the end of the book, I know they're talking about new life, and it's possible that she could have been. They just didn't want to directly say it. But, like, she wasn't in the anime, at least.
Have to attack them at
I'm trying to remember the So the epilogue for the Gundam book is the weirdest thing ever, because Sayla's, like, swimming naked in the sand in the Ukraine or something like that. It's so freaking weird. I'm trying to remember exactly what was going on in that one. And she's, like, talking to Ghost Amuro, who's hanging out with her for some reason. Oh no, I killed Roberto! Like, you haven't read it, like, that entire book's, like, so weird and random. Pretty funny, though. There is, English translation of it. Though that was the only one to get an official translation.
1 minute to lift off.
Or, well, the first 3 books were combined into one for the English translation. I don't remember if they were sold separately or not.
All right. You're too slow.
You're too slow!
Take that. You're too slow. Next.
This game came out before Sonic 06, right?
I'll get you. 30 seconds. You're finished. Next. Get him. I'll get you.
In this game, yes. In real UC, I don't really see it as such, but... You know, there would be minor changes.
You're too slow.
But it's like, if Slager survived, White Base might have done a little bit better at the end of the war, but not, like, dramatically.
All right. Take that.
Because they would have one more gun firing, so technically they'd be a little bit better.
Good move.
Oh, well. I win. Well, completed, I should say.
We're withdrawing. All mobile suits, don't fall.
That's a hard one. Because Chan kind of doesn't exist, or,
All right, let's
like,
go.
do anything.
Your support.
But then Beltor Chica's kind of weird. Though I'd say probably Beltor Chica, because she actually cared about Amuro. She was just a little bit off.
An investor always asks for the impossible.
Like, at least Amuro and Beltor Chica really cared about each other eventually. At least initially, it wasn't the case, but, you know, it is what it is.
All right.
There have been worse relationships. Hey, but we can't have Amuro and Sayla because, you know, Sayla had to be a popular actress.
I'll get you.
We're within Von Braun City's airspace. Send out the Dogo Skiers mobile suits.
I'm an ally.
Not bad.
Down.
Yeah, Marielle is a person, or Marin, yeah, that's it. LMB is also best girl from G. You can't deny it. Though Neo Russia Girl is kind of nice too. I can't remember her name.
You're finished. Damn you. You're finished.
Yeah, Natasha.
Men become so vigorous and resourceful after war.
Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way.
Now, Haman doesn't have clone cats. She has clones who she treats as cats. Glemmy wants a bunch of dolls that he can dress up and, you know, rule their lives because he has no control in his own life. Haman just wants a bunch of clones to hang out with. In the G Generations game, if a unit gets shot down, you lose the mobile suit, but you keep the pilot. How I play it, though, is if the pilot gets shot down, the character dies. But you don't actually lose it. You just lose the mobile suit and any of the equipment it had. Which, depending on what you had on it, could be expensive. Especially on games where you only get one copy of the item. This one I call Judah 27. He likes eating cheese and then throwing up on the carpet. He looks just like Judah.
I'm returning.
Oh, actually in G Gundam. Oh, the pilots who lose in G Gundam just go back and either try again next year. Like the John Bull or the Canada Gundam. Or in some cases, like in Neo Russia, they get enslaved and, you know, used as test subjects for the future Gundams. But technically nothing happens to the fighters who lose.
I guess we'll have
Though,
to see.
you know, the country they're in is kind of shitty.
You've come to push me around.
But where would Haman get Amuro's DNA?
Don't get cocky. Don't get cocky. An enemy over there. Don't get in my way. Won't let you.
Ah, I was hoping I'd get around that.
I'll get you. You're too slow. Next. Bound to aid. Don't get in my way. Now get in the way. Take that.
Not exactly. Char left to join the AUG because various reasons, and he already had got his revenge on the Zabi family, and he didn't care to kill Minerva, even though he could have. And so he joins the AUG to get people off of the planet, so that, you know, the Earth can heal itself like his dad always wanted. Haman is the reason why he didn't rejoin Neo Zeon. Instead, doing the stuff inside one and only taking the moniker of Neo Zeon after Haman died, or was defeated. And Haman did clone herself. We just don't know why yet. If you read Walpurgis, both Shirako and Haman have been cloned. Like 2 years after they died in 2 years after they died in the show, they were cloned, and they're like adults now. It's weird. We don't know why. We all want to know why. We will never find out, most likely. Yeah, the Jupiter Energy Fleet offered us like 20 million credits for that thing. And it was just sitting in a scrapyard for like a year and a half. It's not a clone of Amuro, it's kind of an AI based off of Amuro. At least if you're talking about the crossbone stuff. Satellite orbit. Satellite orbit, yeah.
All right, let's go.
I don't know. Do they ship the main character on the Amon clone? I never got that far in Walpurgis, and I just didn't care. Because they switched over to a magazine I didn't get. And, like, they said they were going to continue in that magazine. Like, the next chapter would be out next month, and it just never came out. So I thought they had canceled it, but apparently they've been putting out... They put out, like, 20 chapters since I stopped reading.
You're the man called Shirako. Damn Shirako.
Asshole. Alright, fine, we're doing that then?
Char, back off.
And he shoots me again.
Well, Shirako, let's go to red, shall we?
It's called Gundam Walpurgis, or Walpurgis. Zeonic was translating it, but he hasn't touched it in a while. If you want him to translate more, you have to give him money, basically, at this point, because he's being depressed over his own translations and a relationship he had that fell apart.
We're withdrawing. All mobile suits, don't fall behind.
And the only thing that really comes out of him these days is if you throw money at him. But if you Google Gundam Walpurgis, it's on like all the normal manga sites, or Zeonic Translation has it.
Here they come.
Yeah, I keep trying to get him to do AOZ, and he put it on his docket, but he hasn't really put anything out yet. So I'm waiting till after he finishes Advance of Moonlight. I mean, Haman did try during CDA, but, like, Char gave her no time at all. So, very vaguely a thing, but not really.
No way. Don't get in my way.
Walpurgis. Walpurgis. The ZZZ is the Hyper Mega Zeta, or the Mega Zeta. And it's from the Idleon manga. Hi, Nerf Dude.
Final victory will be ours.
Oh crap, this is the Dozel stage. God damn it.
I'm launching.
I should have brought the clay bazooka.
Goodbye. Karma unit ones.
I thought this would be fight the Black Tri-Stars like it was with Apolly and Roberto.
Good move.
Or no, that was the Titans, wasn't it? Yeah. And Garma's in a Gelgoog in the Zeta era. What's wrong with that?
Good move. Goodbye.
I should be using the clay bazooka, yes. I brought the beam rifle because I thought this was a different stage. Yep. I had that same response when it happened. It was like, ah, crap. I could be done with this by now. But I didn't pay attention to the mission. I just did it because I thought it was the same as all the other ones. Like, I doubt we're gonna have to fight Mikube next, too. Come on.
No way. Don't get caught. Idiot. Don't get in my way. Behind you. Good move. Not yet. Idiot. Good move.
What what will Gundam games on the PS5 look like? Exactly like they've looked on the PS3 and PS4.
Single mobile suit.
I'm returning.
Inside Aboku. Yeah, we don't have to fight Makuve in this one. Dang it.
All right, let's go.
I forgot that was a thing.
An investor always asks for the impossible.
I don't know why the Haman clone has blue hair. I didn't write the manga. I don't know why anyone in manga has, like, these weird colored hair. It's just weird to me. So, after I beat all of Quattro, we have Apolly and Roberto during the 1 Year War. And I think Judah, and that's it. Oh, after I beat this game, what game's next? I haven't decided yet. I figured I was going to do a poll on the Discord, maybe. Or maybe something else. I don't know yet. Yeah, there's Encounters in Space, Ionic Front. I have Left Alive, which is the front mission game without giant robots. I'll probably end up doing Digimon World 1 on my own anyway. Maybe another game, I don't know.
Silence, you're as bad as Shaw.
This woman is pretty good.
I don't know what Metarot is. What is that?
Don't get in my way.
I mean, I'm not opposed to non-Gundam games. Is there a good cross game that isn't like on the SNES? Oh, Metabots? Ooh. I mean, I'll look into it. I don't know how playing PS1 games will go, because PCXX and Streamlabs doesn't really work well together, but I'll try it out, definitely. I like Metabots. Oh yeah, Cross, what was that, like, Strumpy River game that you talked about on the Discord a while ago? I can't remember what the exact name was, but, like, the Japanese title was, like, Stumpy River. Yeah, Steamboat Chronicles. I might do that, too. That sounds fun.
We're withdrawing. All mobile suits, don't fall behind.
Alexander, I'm pretty sure it's gonna go to CCA.
Quattro Bagina, ready to go.
Like, it just hasn't got there yet. Like, they're still in Zeta, and slowly they're gonna be moving on to Double Zeta.
All hands, stay alert. You're mine. All right.
Oh yeah, that might also happen. Like, they re-release it on a different system, so everyone has to buy all their mobile suits again. That would be so right for Bandai.
What is this pressure?
I don't think they're going to have the G Sentinel suits, because G Sentinel isn't owned by Bandai. It's owned by another company, like Dengenki Hobby, or Dengenki or whatever, one of the manga or one of the magazine companies. So they have to pay for it. So I'd actually be surprised if it was in the game, but they might. Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to do funnels, too. They're probably going to be bullshit originally, and then not be bullshit. Like, I imagine funnels will be really bullshit initially, and then they're going to nerf the crap out of them, and they're just going to be useless. if I had to guess, but I don't know for sure. They're not gonna... Destructible limbs are cool in concept. They would destroy multiplayer. Because on my screen I had my arm, on your screen I didn't. But I still shot you through my... Because on my game I had that arm.
All right.
Evan, he's talking about the, like, era of malevolence around Shirako and Haman. He can feel how evil they are.
All right, let's go.
It's based off of the thing in the first episode where he's like, wait, is that Amuro? No, Lala. No, it couldn't be.
Good. All hands, stay alert.
When he's outside of Green Noah, he's feeling Camille's new type power when he betrays the Titans. Or when he, like, goes to steal the Mark II and, like, fights the Titans guy.
I'll get you. You're mine. Good move.
Yeah, mullets are, like... Since it's not the 90s anymore, if you still have a mullet, that means, like, you're the most evil guy ever. Or Kaiba. Who wants to be the most evil man ever, but fails at it.
Come on.
So, you will have to trade us.
I'm going to kill you. Come on.
With trading cards. Did you just cheat in a children's card game? Screw the rules, I have money.
Shall we end it here, Shar, or would you rather live?
You think that's your decision to make?
Lieutenant, please run. Don't worry about it. We'll both be.
Give it a rest.
But you still have so much left to do.
Dying here.
So we know Yugi doesn't age after the Pharaoh leaves him. Is Kaiba still, like, infinitely, like, 16 or whatever, as well?
Build the new era.
So Shirako wanted to take over the planet and have his wives rule it. Well, he was their concubine, or their consort, and thus, you know, all the powerful one. But Emma would have been his queen.
You think, Shar? And you call yourself the Red Comet?
It's not a good plan, but it's a plan. Yeah, I know, but you were right next to the enemy, and I kind of shot you both. So I don't feel too bad about it. Blitz, the Titania was created by an SD Gundam game, so any lore around that is not based off of Zeta. It was designed in 2002. Didn't it, or no, it first showed up in F, didn't it? That was 1998, I think. Or was that 2000?
I'm returning.
In the original show, Emma was supposed to be his queen. The AOG has taken control of the Earth's sphere. However, Could this conflict have ended differently? No. Decisions made in combat can change the course of history. Quattro victorious. The AUG controls the world. Okay.
All right, let's go. I'm counting on your support.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to see.
You know, Sarah and Rekoa, the two people he was able to coerce, were just kind of
Commencing countdown.
minced meat, like they never were important enough.
Relay that to all the gunners.
Roger.
You're mine. Behind you. I'll get you. All right. I'll get you. You're finished. Next.
Yeah,
You're finished.
the original final battle was going to be basically Char and the Kikaroga versus Amuro, and Amuro was supposed to die.
Take that.
Humbrubby team, Barzam team, let's go.
Yeah, Char was originally supposed to kill Amuro, and then Char and the White Base crew would have teamed up to create a better side 3. In the book, he gets killed by a Rikdom. In the show, he was originally supposed to be killed by a Gigan. Like, they would have had the final battle, and you know how he goes in for the final shot? A Gigan just shoots him in the back and kills him. I don't think Judo would have joined the Titans, though, unless they paid him a lot.
Get out of the way.
I think he would have joined Neo Zeon if they had offered him more money than the Earth Federation did, though. Hate sea serpents.
Too slow.
Well, remember the whole point of Gundam was that Amuro wasn't a hero. He was never supposed to be a hero. He was just a soldier who was important, and he died like everyone else.
How did he know the weak point of this machine?
But then it got canceled earlier, so he made up new types so they could, you know,
We're withdrawing.
excused how Amuro became such a good pilot over basically no time. And then after that had happened, so yeah, we have 5 to go. Okay, so they used that excuse to make him a good pilot after basically nothing had happened.
Quattro Bagina, ready to
And then had the final battle, but he was going to have a training montage and a bunch of other stuff in the middle where he would have became a better pilot and then, you know, died like everyone else because it didn't matter.
Always asks for the impossible.
You can fight with Judah at one point.
You're the ones who stole all my memories?
But we just have Apolly and Roberto to do. Oh, hey, 4's here again. Ah, damn. To a degree. I don't think... I think Zeta would have been different had it finished completely and whatnot. God damn. I fucking hate those Nemos. They are the worst. It's like, hey, I'm gonna jump in the way of your attack. What do you mean you killed me?
Don't get in my way.
Well, had the Federation made the GM before the Gundam, Amuro would have been a trained pilot by the time he fought Char. So he probably would have been able to, like, stand up.
You're mine.
I mean, I have a copy of Rengo vs. AF 2, which has the Destiny characters in it. I think I have the original one as well,
In my way.
but I never played it.
Take that. Nothing. Take that. Damn you. You're mine. This is nothing. You're finished. You're too slow.
If Solomon Express had happened, no one would have lived. That was the whole point, is like, you nuke the shit out of Solomon, and it's gone.
Enemy over there.
Like, just, you know, 12 nukes or whatever.
Slow. Good move.
Hey, I never betrayed anyone. Also, Char was literally the last person who had to do anything. So Rengo versus Aft is basically this, but in Japanese with the Destiny characters, where you just play Shin. It doesn't have an alternate story. You just play Shin.
Take that.
You can use different suits at different times, but you play Shin. God, I hate these Nemos.
All right.
They are the worst.
I'm returning.
You get to fight as Mir and survive. That'd be funny.
All right, let's go.
Oh wow, there's a block button in that one?
Take that. Next, go down. You're finished. Take that. Next. You're mine. Take that. All right.
I like back button. Or, I like block buttons.
Not yet. I'll get you. All right. Damn you.
Because sword clashes are lame. And also, they're just, you know, not physical objects in that, they're actually beams.
I'm not giving up. So you're Hamar.
You're that new type.
I don't think I've ever actually unlocked the freedom in Rengo vs. Aft, or never used the freedom anyway.
Silence is where that is strong.
This woman is pretty good. Next.
Shock. Think. It's still not too late for you to come back and join me.
Give it a rest.
The Exia's beam saber uses legit GN particles, while the beam sword uses legit GN particles, while the beam sabers use GN Tau particles.
Take that. Take that. You're mine. No way. I'll get you.
Die.
You're finished. I'll get
It has a campaign mode?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I mean, like, if it has a campaign mode, I might play it.
Below you.
That'd be kind of fun.
Don't get it. What are you doing? Damn you.
Um,
Don't take me lightly.
You're mine. Take that. There. Next.
I think I have all... I have the Vita one. I don't know if I have the PSP one.
Take that.
I'd have to check. I have played it. I just haven't played it since like 2005 or 2015. But I actually do own a copy of it, or at least own a copy of 2.
All right. Quattro Bagina, ready to go.
Evan, I have a full Let's Play of Crossfire, both Federation and Xeon sides. I even got the Gundam and the camper.
An investor always asks for the impossible.
Oh, it's the same as Federation versus Xeon? If you have a PS3,
You're too slow.
you can play it. It's like, you can buy a new one off Amazon for like $10.
What are you doing?
Like, Unicorn is very cheap. I won't be streaming it because I legally can't, but yeah, it's a fun game.
Where are you, brother? Brother?
What is this pressure?
Where are you, brother?
I'll destroy the system.
Brother?
It's the combat system that forces the pilot to keep fighting.
Crossfire's translated, but that's the only PS3 game that was. Gundam Crossfire was a launch title for the PS3 and it ran like garbage. And a lot of Americans made fun of it, and Bandai decided in turn to say that the West just doesn't like Gundam. Not that the game was bad, which was the truth. But Bandai had a policy of, you know, the West hates Gundam for like 7 years. And that's why none of the other PS3 games got translated. But only Crossfire. Crossfire is the only translated PS3 game. Crazy, I legally can't stream it anywhere. At all. Period. It's not the platform. I legally can't stream it. Yeah, I wish we got Gundam Senki as well. 0081's such a good game. I got a C&D, like an actual physical C&D, 2017 for it, so I cannot stream it, ever.
Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. What are you
Found you,
doing?
brother.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, hey, they sent me an email, so like, oh, I never got the email and
I'm returning.
whatnot, but no, it's actually a legally filed C&D. So, it can't happen. Sorry.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, the UC Unicorn is the name of the game. It's the same name as the anime. It's very confusing. But it's basically a game that has like it gives you a lot of the background information for a lot of characters in Unicorn, which helps a lot. Like, it makes sense of why Minerva did what she did, why Marita's doing what she's doing. Even, like, there's a part where it explains Zimmerman and, the Shambalo, Lonnie's brother and dad, I think, have, like, an explanation. It's really cool. I really like it.
Times won't change unless I do something about them myself.
Though, translating it's a pain in the butt.
Proof of our might will forever be etched in your minds.
Amon Khan, a ghost of Sion. Better, don't be late.
I mean, they used to. Quite literally, Bandai claims all my used to claim all my videos. They stopped around the time of Crossfire.
Good move.
Or not Crossfire, Crossrays. Which was interesting. Yeah.
Good move.
Too easy.
It's not over yet.
Good move.
What? There.
I won't let you.
As far as Super Robot Wars goes, I can actually stream that as much as I wanted to.
Not bad.
I won't let you.
I won't let you.
Not over yet. Not bad.
Good
Wow. Alexander, don't check new, check used. Crossfire is probably like $1.
Good move.
Not over yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, well, which one was that? Was that V or X where they claimed it because the sound the menu made? I forgot that was a thing. Quattro has triumphed in battle and defeated the Titans, but an all-out war against his former comrades is unavoidable. Yeah, that was X, wasn't it? Where they claimed the button sound? I think it was X. But, I got a couple of C&Ds, like, over the time, but mostly they're just emails. Or, you know, angry messages. Yep, so Camille's all done. All of everyone's done except for Apolly and Roberto. Because I forgot they existed. So we're going to do one of them. Let's see, we have the machine gun, the bazooka, the Magellan top cannon, and the missile pods. Let's do the missile pods, for funsies.
Apolly, ready to launch.
But after we get through Apolly and Roberto, this game's done.
Entering the combat.
Like, completely. And depending on how much Apolly and Roberto do, I might just skip them. Honestly. I'll probably do all of one line, and then I'll finish the other one on my own time.
Amateurs.
Shoot him down. How's that? What are you doing?
Damn it.
This is it.
I'm going to teach you that a mobile suit has its limits, my friend, when it goes up against it.
See, that was canon as to what happened with Kai. You know, he just gets beat up by some random Zaku 2 pilot.
What? That Federation mobile suit is a monster.
Slow.
What are you doing?
Don't get cocky. Slow. That's good. Take this.
Shoot him down.
This is the Apolly Xeon route. So this is, you know, when I was actually the wingman of Char's who didn't get shot down. Yeah, we're on Luna 2, attacking the Gundam right now. And we're just supposed to survive the time. But I think we have to kill Amuro in this one. I think that's the thing. Which we're definitely on track to do.
Take this. Don't get cocky.
Alright, Amuro's dead. So now they're just gonna throw generic gun tanks and gun cannons at us. I think we might even fight a generic Gundam if we kill enough. But I'm not quite sure.
Slow.
Yeah, we finished up Quattro, which was all the main stuff. We just had Apolly and Roberto to do for the Azeon, and then... Oh, this is the fun one.
Launch.
So this stage is the one that's infinitely grindable for shit tons of points for no reason. So what we do is we start here, right? We slowly make our way over there, avoiding Amuro as we can. Yeah. We don't need to worry about him, though. Char will take him on. And then, eventually Char will get killed, but that's fine. We go here. We shoot a couple of times at the white base to get its attention. And then you sit here. And then I turn off the limiter on the game, so we don't have to sit through 2 minutes, and it's only a minute. So how's everyone? No, Apolly and Roberto don't join Char's Neo Zeon because, you know, everyone can die. So they're supposed to die in the canon story, and if they don't die, you get to keep them. You can't kill White Base. You only get 2 minutes to do it, and unless you're using the Super Gundam, you can only get it down to half health. But because we shot it 4 times, we have a 100% accuracy marker, and we took no damage, so we have a 100% evasion marker. Thus, we get max points in the game and get S-rank new type. This is exactly what you're supposed to do in this mission. I've put down the controller, by the way, too. There you guys go. 100% ranking, S rank.
Apolly, heading out.
You're supposed to grind those stages when you want to get mobile suits. When you want points to upgrade mobile suits, if you need them.
Entering the combat zone.
1 minute you can get 1,500 points or 15,000 points, which is usually 1 to 2 upgrades per suit. I, of course, don't really use those because I'm stingy about my points, so it doesn't really help too much, but you can. Zegok is a proud member of the Ministry of Silly Walks and does not like to be discriminated against. Also, Cross, am I like raiding a necromancer cult at the zoo or something? That's why they have like undead elephants? Is that a thing? Because if it's a thing, I approve. That sounds awesome. The Federation didn't have very many underwater bases. They had 2, California Base and Jaburo. California Base was captured by Zeon, and most of their submarines were taken away to be used by Zeon, or captured and used by Zeon. And Jaburo was a natural formation that had access to the water. Natural cave formation that they built a base inside of. Yeah, the Federation Navy was in a very starry state because who was going to fight them over the water? Everything happened in space.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I don't know, Cross. I think Necromancer's in charge of the zoo is still hilarious. You can use that idea for free if you want. Damn it, Amuro. We almost shot, you know, random Zegok pilot number 7 Randomly almost took down the Gundam. Who would have guessed? Then again, random Zaku pilot also took down the Gundam in the last stage, so...
I'm your ally.
Slow. Average. Not insane. Don't get cocky. Not insane.
Ah, crap. Oh well. I accidentally hit circle instead of square. I don't know why.
Apolly, heading back.
Yep. Hey, we got a Gelgoog. Who would have thought? Wow, that was expensive. Fuck. It's more expensive to upgrade this than the Rick Diaz.
Apolly, ready to launch.
Even though we did just generate all those points we needed for that one upgrade in the last 2 missions, but damn, that was expensive.
Entering the combat zone. Here to back you up, Captain.
Oh, if anyone feels like it, can you check the wiki? Make sure that I got everything? There's a really good GameFAQs wiki on this, I think. In real life, nothing on the Earth would survive a colony drop. It would literally cause a 40-year nuclear winter. But Jaburo was buried 2 miles down. Or 2 kilometers down, I should say. In the ground. So the reason it could survive a colony drop is because it's so deep that the crater wouldn't be deep enough. Also, the Gion just died in 1 hit. Okay, so I just need 300%, not like 305 or anything like that. Because I was on 279 when I started today. And we finished up 3 campaigns since then, and part of another campaign. Oh yeah, if they could aim 2 colony drops in the same spot, it would totally do it. But you would have to know that the colony drop was there, or that the colony was, or Jaburo was there for you to drop the colony on.
Heading back. Launch. Entering the combat zone. I see it.
Yeah. Like, hey, so that treaty that said we couldn't use nukes also said you couldn't drop any more colonies. Wait, you don't care? Okay, sweet. Luckily, we have these 3,000 nukes on hand. Wait, you thought we got rid of these? Hell no. Also, Charges kicked me.
Brother, stand back!
It's Artesia.
Oh, should I be killing Sayla instead of Amuro? I'm gonna kill Amuro instead. There, Amuro's dead. Now it's murder a standard GM. Because apparently they killed Sayla at some point. Or are we gonna have to sit around for a minute because we killed all the enemies? Okay, now they're coming. I did just hit the frame limiter button. If you're wondering why it sounds like it's crazy. It would definitely take like 4 or 5. One nuke would probably, you know, render a colony lifeless, but it would need quite a bit to, like, actually destroy it.
Heading back.
And then Aboaku.
Launch. Okay, let's go.
Pathetic.
Now, I don't really have any problem with campaigns like that. I like a more pointed campaign like this. But I don't have a problem with just, like, you know, fighting this stage with this unit.
Launch.
Roger. Slow.
Yeah, I'll probably end up playing Ringo versus Aft at some point. All depends on what you guys want. If you're on my Discord, I'll probably put the poll up sometime tonight/tomorrow. See what you guys think, and then I'll probably do a general poll after that. That's adorable. I really like the idea that your pig really wants to eat fish and chips. There shouldn't be any hentai on my Discord, thank you. Well, there better not be, I should say. There, Amuro's dead. I mean, if anyone posts any of it, I'll delete it and then probably time them out or ban them. I mean, Gundam Girl isn't hentai unless, you know, you find one of the Gundam Girl hentais, then yes. Because those are a thing if you don't know. There's also a Blitz and Duel hentai? Well, Dojin technically. That's a thing. Also, you know it, Crazy. Oh yeah, no, the normal Gundam Girl stuff isn't too bad. Like, hell, most of it's actually official, too, which is the funny part.
Apolly, heading back.
After a fierce battle at Aboku finally falls, Federation and Zeon forces make peace. The 1-year war is over. Zeon name vanishes from the page of history. 7 years later, its new inheritors appear. Apolly drifts away from the empty, endless volume of space. He's never seen again. Wow. So in this one, Apolly just spaces himself. What the fuck? Like, wow. Okay.
Roberto, ready to launch.
There would be frame arms girls already. Fucking hell, man.
All right, here we go. Don't hang back.
Hasn't that thing only been out for like 3 months? Then again, Rinko got like a week, so...
Good move, mobile suit.
So, Amuro has no idea that there's a wall there, and he's trying to shoot me through that wall. That Zaku over there, though, is kind of an issue, because if he kills that Zaku, he'll come out around the wall. So I might actually have to do something in this battle.
Blame this on misfortune of our brother. What? You indeed very friendly. Don't take it personally. You can thank your father for this.
You don't trust me, Zard? I am a son of a zombie family, and I will go down. Glory to the principality of Zeta!
You want to be careful with the melee attacks on this stage, because sometimes they can miss. Yep. Zeon S ranking. Or, S ranking in the Zaku, of course. Oh. See, Zaku Bazooka.
I'm heading out.
Well, I figured that Char would be too distracted killing Garma, so I'm just gonna hang around in the back and, you know, check out this sweet giant, this giant, like, square box thing in front of me. But after we finish these 5 missions, that's the end. We should have 100% or 300%.
You're not getting away. Damn. I'm your ally.
Thanks, Char. I know you don't consider any of us friends, but, like, that's kind of fucked up. I know what you did to the zombie family, and I really don't care. I just kind of don't want to die.
What are you doing? Not a chance.
You stabbed me with an axe like 2 minutes ago. Don't ask me what I'm doing. What are you doing?
Amuro, this is it. I'm going to teach you that a mobile suit has its limits, my friend, when it goes up against the limit. Die. Slow. What? That Federation mobile suit is a monster.
Alright, fine. Kai gets away. You win this time, Kai. This time.
What are you doing?
Also, Zero, only if I don't have tartar sauce. If I have tartar sauce, I wouldn't do that. But when I'm eating fish sticks, I'll mix up my ketchup and my mayo.
What are you doing?
I also mix up my ketchup and my mustard, usually. But that's because I butter things instead of just spraying them on. Because I'm weird. Yeah, seriously. Blow up. Thank you.
Come on! No way!
3 to go.
We're heading back.
Yeah, we have Jaburo, Texas, and then
I'm heading out.
yeah, Jaburo, Texas. Then we do Luna, and then we're done. Hopefully. If there's something else I have to unlock, we'll do it some other time.
You're mine. Go. You're mine.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Go! What are you doing?
That's one less to worry about. Char!
I mean, Kai had a waifu too. She just died because she's also a GM spy. Hi, Gog. Hands down. Best underwater mobile suit. Zigaki is pretty cool and has a lot more utility than the Hygog, but the Hygog's cooler. Gundiver is pretty good too. If you don't know, that's the REGZ that's underwater. Or is it a new...
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Was it a Sniper 2 or an REGZ? I think the Sniper 2 were the guards. The Capul is okay. It's not as cool as the Hygog. Oh no, I killed somebody in that that ag guy. Yeah, the Gundiver from Superior Defender Force. Oh yeah, we could play that game too. I recorded a bunch of that back when I had nothing to do. But I never finished that game.
That's one less to worry about.
But yeah, it's an REGZ that's equipped for underwater. I believe it brings you an item from your...
Heading back.
Yeah, it brings you an item from your stash. Oh, you got a Rick Dom instead of a Gelgoog. Cool. Damn you. Well, we'll do this one first because it takes longer. Oh, wait, crap. Okay, if we don't get a Gelgoog from one of these, we're gonna have to do the... Well, we're gonna have to do Aboaku and the Zaku. Oh, let's use the Magella Top Cannon.
Right, here I go.
That's the PSP game, right? I guess we could play that. I haven't gone through those in a very long time.
Spread out in
The thing I don't like about those is like there's only that one like date combination and blood type combination that allows you to use all mobile suits. So if you're not that one, you're screwed basically. I really don't like that about the game. Oh my god. Quit dodging, you stupid GM.
Deliver that antique vase to Lady Cassandra. Very well.
The antique vase, Lading. Asimer. I like the Asimer. Oh, you can use the Rictom at Aboku? Sweet. Okay, never mind then. We'll just max upgrade that one. I was gonna mass upgrade the Gelgoog because why not? Like, there's quite no reason not to. Like, we have nothing else to do after this, so why not blow all of our points? So I'll just dump everything into the Dom. Right in the kidney. Right in the kidney. Damn it.
No way in hell!
Asimer. I mean, the Zeta Plus would have won against the Methus too. I killed that gun cannon before the end. Sweet.
We're heading back.
Alright, so.
Roberto, ready to launch. All right, here we go. Don't hang back.
I see it.
Ah, yes, the Woundwort. The Woundwort is better than the Woundwort, clearly. Yeah, turn A is all over the place, just kind of accept it. It's never not being that way.
Brother! Brother, stand back!
I have a bazooka with the magazine of a machine gun.
What are you doing?
You have to try a little bit harder, Amuro. I have a bazooka with the magazine of a machine gun. I also have this very lame chest shining ability that totally didn't even touch you. Solomon Express because nukes? Yeah, a dual-wielding GPO2 would just kill itself.
What are you doing? You see that?
Woo! Damn it, Lola. Can't instantly kill the enemies in this one. Oh no, Lala got shot down. No! Oh well. This is the alternate timeline where, you know, Lala got shot down. Hey, MH! You came in right for the end. We literally have one mission left.
Right, here I go. Spread out and attack.
I've got him. I can see the enemy.
Yeah, we're doing the Roberto route. Yeah, we're doing the Roberto route for Xeon, which, you know, ends right after this. And the only reason I hadn't done these before is because I waited till the very end to beat Roberto, Apolly, and Quattro.
That's one less to worry about. Down you go. You see that? Yeah.
Effort knocked, which isn't really much to say, but the Schneid is based off of Reber's, like, belief that he's the greatest pilot ever, and so it's garbage. But the Noct never had a good pilot, so, and it was still pretty effective.
You know she wasn't meant to be a warrior.
He's good.
Blow up.
Please.
You're mine. No way.
Oh, crap. If I play Rengo versus Aft, I'm going to have to turn the music off. A lot of it is, like the main theme and everything I can't have. Ooh, Tenneth? Yeah, Tenneth is the greatest pilot ever. Tenneth apparently killed, what was it, like 20 Zakus in a saberfish? I want to know how he did it. Also, Mage, did you enjoy the parts where they switched to the old animation? Was it horribly obvious? Yeah. So if I'm streaming that, somebody remind me to turn all the volume off. Well, the sound effects are fine. The BGM I'll have to turn off. I'm relying on you guys so I don't get in trouble and not be able to live stream anymore. Except for on Twitch, I guess. Because Twitch doesn't really care. Yes, please blow up. That ball deserved it. He was a horrible man. He also believed that Kira is the best Gundam protagonist. I mean, he had to die. It just had to happen. Sometimes people have views you just can't agree with.
That's one less to worry about.
Wow, I destroyed that guy.
We're heading back.
Also, almost 5 minutes of, you know, jumping at the enemy. After a furious battle, Goku finally falls. Earth and Federation make peace. The 1-year war ends. Roberto drifts away into the empty, endless vacuum of space he is never seen again. Because apparently both Apolly and Roberto kill themselves at their endings. Holy fuck. My god. Oh well. Anyway, guys, it is time to check. I did absolutely horrible. 37 hours playtime. Only 1 C rank. 300% completion. That's it, folks. I hope you all enjoyed Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam. Yeah, that's the name of this. Yep. It is finally over. Only 37 hours of play. But 850 missions, 300 completes. Whew. Yeah, I'll link the Discord after I save. Oh! I got a thing. Sweet. I got a Haro, everyone! Yay! Whew. Alright, that's completed. So I will put out a poll probably tonight on the Discord for a bunch of stuff, and then I'll do a general Discord sometime general poll sometime next week to decide what I'm gonna go with. Hopefully you all enjoyed the game. It is very, very long, but very, very fun. I had a lot of fun. Next week we'll be doing something else. I might start doing after work streams too, if I can manage it. I'll finish Crossrays one of these days. I'm just kind of a little burnt out on it right now. But we'll get there. Yeah. All of that done. All of that done. All of this done. It only took almost 4 hours today. Yay! Well, I already saved, so I don't really care. Yeah. Turn to main menu. Ooh. Alright, so real quick. Do I have Rango versus Zaft? Rango versus Zaft. I do, in fact... Well, I have 2+. But I do, in fact, have the game. Or at least one of them. I also probably can't play that music, but... Oh, well. Anyway, though, folks. Night all. I will talk to most of you later. Whew.